Hello YouTube. Doing something that probably shouldn't be done. Don't modify a manufactured skid plate and avoid catastrophic failure with damage to the vehicle. With a do-it-yourself differential skid plate, you know the metal and how it's welded, so you can modify it without weakening it. Guest video editor. This is the do-it-yourself Gen 3 Tacoma rear differential skid plate made for the 2022 Tacoma. Modified it to fit a Gen 4 Tacoma. First step is to cut off the front tab. Center the cutout in the standoff. Come in 1/4 inch or 6.35 millimeters from the center of the welds and cut off both mounting tabs. Line up on the left side and cut partway through the metal, and then the same distance on the other side, cut partway through the metal. Relocate the drain hole. It rotates down 135 degrees and 1.75 inches from the center point of the current hole. You need to drill a 2-inch hole. Save the plug of metal that comes out to weld back into the original hole location. Fit the skid plate on the differential and bend where you cut the arms on both sides so the skid plate sits level and touches the bottom of the differential. Cut 2 pieces of metal 1 by 5 inches or 2.5 by 12.7 centimeters. Drill 2 centered holes 4 inches or 102 millimeters apart to fit your mounting hardware. To make this strap, start with a piece of 1 inch wide metal strapping about 24 inches or 61 centimeters long. On one end, measure the width of a flat washer, then center and drill a hole for your mounting hardware. Give enough length to get a nut and wrench on, and then bend it back at an approximate angle of 30 degrees. Roughly bend the strap until it's about 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters tall and 7 inches or 17.8 centimeters wide. Leave the other end unbent and uncut. Cut 2 pieces of metal 3.5 by 5 inches or 8.9 by 12.7 centimeters. On one 5-inch side of each piece, a 1/2 inch or 12.7 centimeters in from the edge. Center and drill 2 holes to fit your mounting hardware 4 inches or 102 millimeters apart. Tack weld the 2 mounting tabs on the differential skid plate with the holes to the outside. The back edge of the front hole needs to align with kind of like the front edge of the skid plate. After tack welding, make sure they're bent up to about 10 degrees from the mounting arms. To center the skid plate around the differential, take a piece of metal, hold it up to the skid plate, mark it, cut it, and then weld it in place. Test mount the skid plate to the differential and make sure it's level. Bend the mounting tabs to fit against the differential axle tubes. This is very important for proper operation. To get them exact, you can install the top tab with the mounting arms and tack weld them on the vehicle. Remove both the ground and positive to the battery. While the skid plate is still fitted to the vehicle, put the bent strap over the top of the differential and finish bending it to fit. Strap should not interfere with the dust seal or yoke. Strap is held with bolts and doesn't seat against the skid plate. Locate where the mounting hole needs to be on the differential and mark it. Estimate the length that it needs to be cut off, making sure to leave enough room for the bend of the mounting tab. Remove the strap, bend the tab, and drill the mounting hole in the tab. Place the strap back on the differential and mark where to drill on the skid plate. Remove the skid plate and weld the mounting tabs. Use a strong weld like a triple pass for strength, and drill the 2 holes to mount the bent strap. After painting, apply RTV to the mounting tabs and where the skid plate touches the differential, and let the RTV cure. Tighten the mounting hardware of the skid plate just enough to snug it down and use thread locker. If you over tighten the mounting hardware, you can cause problems going 4 high, 4 low, or engaging and disengaging the E-locker. Did this 3 times and the problem went away every time I loosened off the mounting hardware. Toyota says there's no problem